Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes, Raven.
Buenas tardes, Vivi.
Cuéntanos un poco de ti.
Me llamo. I can't look at the camera, right?
You're looking at me.
Okay. Me llamo Raven. Tengo 32 años y tengo un hijo de 7 años.
¿De dónde eres, Raven?
Soy de Florida, en los Estados Unidos.
¿Dónde vives?
Yo vivo en China,
¿Hace cuánto tiempo?
4 años.
Okay, Raven, can you tell us a little bit about your school life in Florida?
In Florida, my school life was very easy. The teachers were really nice, and they encouraged us to study but also have fun while learning.
How many breaks do you have? Like, were you able to play with other kids? What were your regular activities?
We had recess in the morning and the afternoon, and we could play with kids for about 30 minutes each recess period, and then we had after school activities. So I played softball and tennis after school.
What do you think of the way the kids study in China, like the education system?
I think the system is very forceful, and they're forced to learn, and they don't get to really understand what they're learning. From a young age, they start to memorize a lot of information, and they don't get to socialize a lot. So everything they know or they learn is from a book, and they start to grow up and not really become a person. They just know a lot of information.
What do you think is the biggest difference between the education system in China and the education system in Florida?
I think the principles are the biggest difference. Like in the United States, it's more about being a well-rounded student. You have academic life and you also have life outside of school. Whereas in China, their focus is always on school, on academics, good grades, good marks, good behavior, and their outside life or life outside of school sometimes doesn't get a lot of attention.
As a parent with a kid studying in China, how do you feel about that?
It's conflicting sometimes, but I think both sides have their pros and cons. So one might favor academics more, but you can also still, as a parent, implement things like a social life outside of school.
What is your biggest concern about your child being part of the education system in China?
My biggest concern is that they will think their whole life is about performance, that they always have to be the best, always have to try so hard, and that they'll be afraid to try new things or be afraid to fail.